Welcome Timberwolves, Mr. Griffith here. I'd like to spend a few moments explaining to you here on this video what you can expect in our first few days of band. One of the first handouts you'll get in our class is our band handbook. It's a packet that explains how band works here at Mission Trail. It covers everything from how we use our band lockers, expectations for daily class, how concerts work, and very importantly, our performance calendar. There's also a page at the back that you need to have your parents sign and return to me in class after you and your parents have read through it. These are our band lockers. There are a couple of hundred of these right outside the door of the band and orchestra room. You'll have one of these for yourself, a place to keep your instrument and other band stuff when you get to school. That does mean that you have another combination to learn, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of it sooner than you think. Now we'll talk about the materials that you'll need to have for class each day. You'll need your band book. Look something like this. It's the same book that you started with last year. If you're in 6th grade, you're using the Sound Innovations Volume 1. Like most other classes, you also need a pencil. If you're going through band day after day and you're never picking up a pencil, you're probably not doing band correctly. If you forget your pencil, don't worry. I always have a spare or two. You'll also receive a folder to keep your book, your sheet music, and even your pencil together. Use a Sharpie marker to put your name and hour on the top of the folder. Finally, of course, you need your instrument. If you don't already have your name on the instrument's case, be sure to label it before the first day you bring it to school. Some students use a luggage tag with a name on it, but you don't need anything fancy. Just a piece of tape with your name on it will do. What else helps make students successful in middle school band? Well, one thing is, parents, you want to make sure you have a folding music stand at home. We'll use these for a couple of our performances this year, but most importantly, they're useful to students as they practice at home. Which brings me to my last point. Keep practicing at home all year long. Establish a routine and a schedule for when you practice. How much should you practice? Well, the frequency and regularity of your practice schedule is way more important than just the total number of minutes that you practice. If you practice 3 or 4 times for about 15 to 30 minutes per session, then you're doing it just right. We'll talk about practicing at home much more as we go through the school year. But the most important points I can leave you with today are, number 1, practice on your own is super important. This is not the same as our group work together in class. Practicing on your own is exactly that, work you're doing on your own to get better at your instrument. Number 2, start now to make a routine. Commit to a realistic practice schedule and stick to it. And number 3, it all starts with bringing the instrument home from school. If you're going a whole week or more without the instrument ever going home, you are probably not getting the huge benefits you can get from good individual practice. Please do feel free to contact me with whatever other questions you may have. My email address is listed in Parent View and Student View. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter, @MTBands is our handle. Thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for more video episodes coming soon.